Hello, workmates. Welcome to Work and Talk in PH, your go to podcast for lifestyle insights, career convos, and real estate realness, where chill convos meet real life lessons because hashtag it works.
I'm Ron, and today we're joined by a leader, storyteller, and igniter of purpose. For over 20 years, she has helped individuals and organizations discover their God given potential through People Ignite. Co founded Women Supporting Women Philippines, and now shares her journey in her newly launched book, One Ignited Life. Please welcome JV Wong to the podcast. So happy to have you here.
Hi, Ronald. And
Yes.
I know that behind you is a full production team here in Work in PH. Magandang umaga, magandang hapon, good evening, and God bless everyone. Always remember, you are a blessing. Yon. So you did mention about the One Ignited Life. It's our new
Yes.
baby.
Yes, thank you
There
for
you
sending us
go.
over a copy. And I'm doing my assignment of reading it out, but I'm also very curious and
Assignment.
interested. But I'm not gonna spill it. Not gonna spoil it for everyone who's also gonna be interested to read the book. No, we can talk a bit more about it, but I will let you para mayroong consent permission on what can we reveal so far. All right. So, but I'm pretty sure everyone would be curious to know with the book. So, what inspired you to write the book in the first place?
Thanks a lot, Ronald. Thanks a lot, Work in PH, for giving me the opportunity to share God's work through the book. And what truly inspired me is, believe it or not, it's getting old.
Mm.
So I just turned golden this month,
Mhm.
January. And in transitioning from young to not so young to turning gold, you realize that life is so short. I mean, I would be so blessed or lucky if I have 20 more years to live. My papalito, my father, passed away when he was 70. And I was taking my oh sweet time writing, rewriting, scrapping, repeating the book for a span of 5 years, not knowing that one day, one Sunday afternoon, he was taken by God because of an acute heart failure. So he had a heart attack. I was devastated, Ronald. I was in Dubai with People
Mm.
Ignite team celebrating for the previous year. And
Mm.
ganun talaga si God, no? You really don't know
Mm.
when. You really wouldn't know how. All you gotta do is just make sure every day you are prepared. And so I was devastated. So that I used the pain to rewrite one more time. I used that devastating experience to push myself and pedal forward to finish the book last year. So yes,
Mm.
all by God's mercy and grace, November 2025 was the launch of the book. Right,
Mm.
right, swack and Christmas season.
Like it's a perfect gift for yourself then, for
Yes,
Christmas.
yes. And for to whom I dedicate this
Mm.
for, of
Mm.
course, my papalito, may his soul rest in peace. My very much alive and kicking mom, Julie,
Mhm.
and of course, Ronald, my family, Wawi, Angelica, and Paolo, my reason for being. You asked me what ignited me to write the book. Sila po, they are my inspiration.
Wow. Wow. So is that what we would expect with the book? Tell us about the content. What's to be expected when your readers get to browse on every page and read on every page?
All right. So while it is a lot of it would be my stories as a platform, every chapter will go back to your story. It's gotta be your story. It's not mine alone. We are in this together. There are heavy chapters that speak about my cancer diagnosis and my diagnosis of my inability to bear my biological kids. There are heavy chapters of failures and mistakes and a few deaths in the family. But there are light chapters that I enjoy my time with friends, conversations that matter,
Mm.
how I love cooking. So I'm gonna bring you in a roller coaster, highs and lows and lefts and rights, twists and turns. And at the end of every chapter, Ronald, hopefully you find yourself beaming with more discoveries about you. So this book is not about me, just
Mhm.
only me, but this
Mhm.
book is about you and me discovering your best potential forward. So that's about it. This book is for
Wow.
you.
I'm pretty sure a lot of our viewers would, I mean, have been overwhelmed with what you said. Even I myself, like we started very light, casually, and yet you are telling us of the challenges that you've had. That's gonna be in the book.
Yes,
So some of those are quite heavy. You mentioned some
there
pretty
are
heavy
heavy
stuff.
ones. Yes, there
Wow,
are
wow.
heavy ones.
And since when did it start ba the accounts of this journey that you had? So was this the story starts from when you were in college, high school, or even earlier?
Yes.
Or
The story started when, during grade school,
Mhm,
Filipino First Promise a Translation,
mhm,
sasabihin ng mga magulang ko na ang mga pamilya lang na may sobrang pera ang makakasakay sa eroplano. Hindi tayo makakalipad sapagkat wala tayong masyadong pera. Lahat
mhm,
ng pera natin ay para sa edukasyon lamang. Now, a bit of the translation, I didn't grow up from a rich, well-off family, so every single drop of penny, it's for our education. While some of my well-off cousins and relatives, they're able to ride a plane, go to Disneyland, go to the US, go to Hong Kong. Wala, kami nakatingin lang sa kanila. I was able to fly out when I was 22 years old. All
mhm.
right. Now, everybody has the opportunity for a one piece of sale flight.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. And
Yes.
I'm not sure how much you'd agree, no? Because it has been like a very not really hot topic, but a very common topic in social media that a lot of the newer generations, probably even my generation, na
Yes.
prioritizing these travel experiences, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I was just curious, what's your comment about it? Do you think that mindset that was before, from older
Hmm.
generations is what motivated these newer generations? No, I will not wait till I get much older to travel, but I need to experience this one now, like instant gratification.
Got that, got that. I came from the Gen X generation and I'm biased. For
Mhm.
me, it's still the best generation ever because I learned it the hard way. However, I have an 18, rather 19-year-old daughter. Hi, Angelica, who's taking pre-med right now, and our 12-year-old son, Paulo, wanting to become a marine biologist. They love to travel and they love the experience. And Ronald, for a few years, I was also a homeschooling mom. So as a homeschooling parent, every possible journey, kahit sa grocery store lang yan, or kahit namamasyal kayo sa mall, or dinadala mo sila sa ibang bansa, bringing your kids in different places, experience is still the best mentor. So yes, go and travel as long as nasa-save mo siya.
Mm.
Financial management
Yeah.
and balance is important because traveling is not cheap. You
Yes, that's
might have
true.
gotten a one piece of sale or a 500, but it is when you go to Japan, which is, by the way, my favorite country.
Mm.
You know, magugulat ka na lang sa credit card mo. OMG, ano mga pinagbibili ko sa Don Quixote, di ba?
Wait,
So, yeah,
uh,
while you travel, it is important that we teach our kids financial responsibility. We have the autonomy, we gotta have the responsibility. So there goes my thought about travel.
I'm pretty sure maraming nakarelate sa'yo when you said, checking the credit card bill after with all those purchases in Don
Bili ko
Quixote.
dito.
Kung hindi sa Don Quixote, I'm pretty sure there's each and everyone who traveled to Japan would have their favorite store,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Wow,
yes,
thank you. Thank you for sharing a bit about the book on what to expect. And again, ang bigat ng mga binanggit mo kanina on what kind of challenges you've
yes,
had to
yes.
go through in your journey. You wanna
I
add?
just remembered that because you mentioned a few times na may mga mabibigat na chapter. Yes, indeed. I'm celebrating my 20 something years of being a cancer survivor, as you know. And this book is also a potential spark for anyone who may be going through a tough challenge, going through sickness, and most especially going through the idea and the process of cancer. Back then, I thought it was a big curse in my life, and I was really depressed. I had to stop working. I really saw the world in a very negative way. But eventually, time would heal. And today, I will tell you that even debilitating sickness like cancer or big problems, may blessing doon because
Mm.
it can toughen you up. You know, the little people that the little spark of joy given by people can be a blessing. So that's the message of the book. One ignited life is not just celebrating what's joyful, but one ignited life is honoring the blessing in the pain. Yan. Alright, buti na lang meron ka ng copy.
Oo nga eh. And it's really amazing how you turn these situations to quite lighter, no, and getting the
Lighter.
get what good you get out of it, di ba? Kasi mabigat eh. Tsaka it's not something that you really want to delve into, but trying to get the best out of the situation, I guess. I was just curious. So for you going through that very tough challenge, what community helped you? Is it People Ignite, or did you have other affiliations, organizations that went with you or accompanied you along this journey?
Yes, salamat. When someone goes through severe pain, the first experience is shock. No, when
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, broken relationships, financial difficulty, or betrayal, loss of a job, or being diagnosed with a death-defying sickness,
Mm-hmm.
you will really go through shock, which is letter S. The next one is inevitably, it is a Sarah shock cycle. A is anger. You gotta honor the emotion of anger. Bakit ako? Bakit hindi sila? Bakit laging ako? And sometimes, and it experienced it, that I was quite tampo with God, by everything that I had to go through. But it will move into R, Sarah, SARAH, no, which is resignation, solitude. You want to be alone. So sometimes meron kang, I don't wanna see people, or I don't wanna join parties. Magpapaka-anti-social ka lang. Bahala na sila. Dead ma ako. You will have to go through that. And your question is support group.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, I didn't want anyone to support me. But eventually, in the Sarah shock cycle, A is acceptance. Na-realize mo na, oo, ikaw nga. It happened to you and you are the chosen one. So eventually, from anger to resignation, hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers, acceptance will follow, that you will accept this very difficult situation and you just need to find the diamond in the rough. And then after which, eventually, the Sarah in the H, or the H in the Sarah, is hope. Now, some people in the Sarah shock cycle, kaya nilang daanan yon ng ilang linggo or ilang buwan. Ngunit merong mga tao, there are people that in the Sarah shock cycle, taon or dekada. For me, it took me years to really reflect why it is me and
Mm-hmm.
why these things had to happen in my life. So, support group, family, support group, a handful of friends, not even more than your 10 fingers, and then support group, my People Ignite family. So, kailangan mo ng support group in all in your terms and time. Walang pilitan.
You just have to be aware, no? You have to be aware that it really takes time. It's not the same time frame
Yes.
for
Yes.
different people, no?
Yes, that's
Uh,
why, Ronald, it's so impractical, or sometimes not apt for you to say mag-move on ka na, move on ka na
mhm,
diyan. All
mhm,
right? Ang dali lang 'yan eh. Because what is easy for me may totally be difficult and different from you or with you,
mhm,
Ronald. I cannot possibly put my size on you, put my feet, or just think on your feet, just move forward. Kaya mo yan. Ang daling sabihin, pero magkakaiba tayo. The Sarah Shock Cycle is a good
mhm.
guide for all of us. Yeah.
Well, if I may go back to the book, no, I guess the last thing, kasi I started reading, there's different highlights for each chapter. What would be your favorite part on this journey so far
Mm.
that you wanted to highlight, at least in our podcast?
All right. So if you can scroll through to chapter 3. Chapter 3 is
Okay.
awakened to my ikigai. So ikigai is a Japanese inspired principle about what is my reason for being. So likewise in People Ignite, when I read the ikigai book, I turned that into a workbook, a module, and siguro po I've run more than 50 workshops on ikigai. So this is one of my favorite chapters. And here I will just quickly read. Ikaw naman after, ha? The prayer of Jabez. So transitioning from Microsoft Philippines, which was my role back then for 4 years, and putting People Ignite from zero. Oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory, and that your hand might be with me, and that you would keep me from harm, so that it might not bring me pain. And God indeed granted what he asked. 1 Chronicles 4, verse 10. So the prayer of Jabez strengthened me to bravely leave my comfort zone, which is Microsoft Philippines, and then move to education, teach in De La Salle University, and finally really focus on People Ignite, a training company. So we're turning 23 on Feb. Yes, all by God's
Wow.
grace, Ronald. Yes.
Wow, that's congratulations. You know
Ikaw
that. And
naman, as before we end our podcast, share with us a snippet of the book. Go ahead.
well, I'm still pretty early in reading, but
Dumating lang kasi
again,
kahapon.
but I try to read to be relaxed. So most of the highlights that I take from books is whatever I find cute and sweet. So I actually
Cute and
like
sweet.
the journey of your love story when your
Oh, talaga?
when your husband confessed that he quite
Yes.
knew early that he would end up with you. So I think that
So,
was
yeah. So
pwedeng
our
i-soap opera.
so chapter 2, your heart will tell you if he's the one. Sir Ronald Kadapan of Work
Mm.
in PH will read a bit of a snippet
Ah,
or a line. Go ahead, read
uh,
any line there, Sir Ronald. Yes.
yeah, so I think okay, so ito na lang, the very short. While college was not the right time for us to be in a relationship, both of us believed that waiting for God's perfect time was all worth it. No. Just to share with a lot of people, try to teach them with patience. I think that's very much
And
needed
waiting,
nowadays.
yes, and there's a
Mm.
win in waiting. Sometimes we want instant gratification. But what happened to Wawi and myself is we were friends in college. We couldn't go into a relationship. It was not a good time. Then when we started to work, we met again. And alam mo naman, Ronald, I gave him a Bible after
Mm.
him finishing a series of talks in our community. And when I literally handed the Bible, he said, I met my soulmate. There goes.
Pwedeng itapat sa Korean dramas, I think.
Oo, talaga. Yes. Thanks,
Uh,
Ronald, for reading a portion of the book, One Ignited Life.
Yeah, I'll let you know pag natapos ko na yung buwan if I have any feedback. But I think what's also nice to see in the book, I'm not sure if you mentioned kanina, it has a journal part, meaning to say the readers would be able to share their own thoughts, right? You help
Yes.
them reflect as you were reflecting on your journey. So I
Yes.
think that's a good part of the book, no? Para they get to pause and think about
Yes.
their own journey themselves.
Yes, because it's
Yeah.
not about my story. It is
Mhm.
God's manifestation in all of our stories. It just happened that it is the platform, but it has to go back to you. So it's also my intimate moment with the reader. One reader said, as if I was sitting down with him, sipping coffee and just chatting away. So there goes. While, take note, 70% of the people who purchased my book last November because they wanted gifts for friends and family, I really honor the 20% who ordered for themselves, who got just one book, because if there is just one person who can be inspired or can be given hope by the book, I'm totally okay and I fulfilled my mission. Just one person is enough for me.
Wow, pretty big statement. Well, JV, where can our viewers get a copy or check your book? Or is
Oh,
it available online or
thanks.
where can they
Yes.
reach you?
Yes, good question because I'm always asked that question. www.chiefignitor.com is where you can partake of the book or order, and Instagram Chief Igniter. Eventually, for this year, there will be distribution in some bookstores and on Amazon. For now, it's People Ignite through Miguel Villa, our marketing officer, who distribute that. Okay. So again, guys, Chief Igniter, I will see you on Instagram. Send me a message. I'd love to meet you.
All right. Thank you so much, JV, for your time. I hope everyone got curious and interested with this book journal. And
Yeah.
please do check it out in Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And just to really recognize my wonderful sister and sister in Christ editor, Michelle Joaquin. She's the best I've ever met. And then, of course, Carlo Cruz, our layout artist and director, Billy Villarreal, and my husband, Owawi, who commissioned all the prints of this book. Maraming salamat po.
JV, thank you for sharing your stories of faith, courage, and ignition, reminding us that leadership begins within and that one ignited life can spark many others. To our listeners, may this conversation remind you that your flame still matters. Even in seasons of doubt and or exhaustion, your story is far from over, and it only takes one spark to begin again. Again, I'm Ron, and this is Work and Talk in PH, your go-to podcast for lifestyle insights, career condos, and real estate realness, where chill convos meet real life lessons because hashtag it works.